Hey folks, I just figured since I'm going to be doing these on occasion on a whim, people might be asking what kind of settings I'm using for this exactly, so I figured I'd just quickly go through it here. So this is the start. This is basically where you can save load settings, make it all vanilla if you just want to play the vanilla game, and generate seed. First thing is random health at the start, and I chose 240 to max. So basically it is either minimum or maximum. So it's completely managed. So the first two runs is certainly on the bad side of RNG. Those I've left default. Knife damage, shield resistance, and plugger health. I just left those at default, which is kind of like medium. And more inventory stacks for ammunition, grenades, and rocket launchers. And there's also a new knife parry, which I've decided to enable, so you can actually, with certain melee attacks, you can just parry it with a knife, just like in the remake. It's pretty cool. I also have randomized doors and door destinations, so while you always start at the usual start of the game, as soon as I enter the first door, it will take me to a completely random room, and then again, but they're always linked 100%. So if you go to room 2 from room 1, going back through the same door will take you to the place you'd expect. So you can go from 1 to 2 to 1, but what those rooms are is completely random, and it's all logically placed so that there is a pathway to your goal. Allowing entry doors without Ashley, that basically saves potential soft locks in case you enter a place where you have Ashley with you. So this is the main challenge that I've decided to put myself, Assignment Leon. It acts like Assignment Ada in the main game, where you have to collect 5 plugger samples and then fight Krauser. So you do the same thing as Leon, but with the door rando. It does say you can also fight Sadler if you wish, but if you happen to find him. These I just leave alone because I just want to have it pure random. Randomized items. Enemies can drop key items, so I have to kind of keep an eye out just in case, you know. Left those by default, so max pesetas and item drop ratio. Then ammunition drops for all the different types of weapons. I've left them as they were. I didn't change them. You can remove items from the item pool as well, but now I want to keep everything. Randomize enemies, so any enemy can be swapped with other enemies. You can also change the number of enemy types per room. It did say enemy values greater than 6 will be unstable, so I've left it at 6, which is the max stable one. Adding extra enemies to certain rooms, which is annoying. I've also decided to keep safe enemies for Lewis Cabin off, just, you know, for the extra bad RNG factor. Snake inside breakable crates with any random enemies at all. That'll be hilarious. And yeah, there are all the different types of enemies you expect. So villagers, the chainsaw people, Dr. Salvador, zealots, JJ. Even bosses. You can even have Krauser, for example. You can have you for invincible, but no, leave that off. There's also a new enemy, NPC Salazar. So what happens is, by itself, he'll do absolutely nothing. You could just walk by, no problem at all. But if you aggravate him by shooting him directly, or by accident, basically, he'll start walking towards you, and if he makes contact and uses, pokes you, basically, you automatically die, even at max health. So yeah, avoid that. And sub-boss to regular Ganardo's ratio, you can see it all here. I did not change any of this. Enemy health, I've kept everything as it were, so you can have randomized enemy health and have it also be progressive as you go through the rando. Inventory, you can have starting loadout, completely random. All of the different weapons are ticked except for hand cannon and PRL. PRL would just break the rando. You just win every time automatically. And hand cannon's also quite powerful as well. But everything else, I've left ticked. This is unticked for Balanced Chicago Tire Rider because the RE4 tweaks option also has this, and I have that enabled. So pretend this is enabled. Prevent 2-roll, yeah, prevent, it's a good one. Guaranteed handgun, and you can start 2 weapons or less. Starting attaché case size, I've left it to random just to give me a good shot, because I know large attaché cases will make it a lot easier, but sometimes I just want to have the ability to have like a nice easy seed, you know? And then merchant, randomize, merchant stock. Oh, and by easy seed, I mean not as easy as PRL, obviously. Completely randomize merchant stock, new weapon case, high, randomized prices, herb grenades, scope stock prices, attaché case prices, and also randomize firepower upgrades and capacity upgrades. All of that is all random. And that is that. So those are the settings that I'm using at the moment. If anyone has any suggestions for slight changes or something, let me know. But otherwise, yeah, that's going to be what I'm going to be using whenever I do these kind of runs. Yeah, thank you so much. Until the next one.